Hey babe, welcome back to the Turn On Woman podcast. This is Lauren Schaefer, your host. I'm so happy that you are back for another episode because this means that you are taking responsibility for your energy so that you can actually be a turned on woman. Because what this means is that you are allowing yourself extra knowledge, things that you are interested in, things that you might not know are actually stuck inside of you, and you're allowing yourself new perspectives for how you look at dating and how you approach dating and relationships and love in your life, which is so important for you to actually change the results in your life. And the reason why this is about turning on your energy is because you have all the energy that you need to attract a man. The thing is that you actually desire the man because there's actually some resistance that you can alchemize. The resistance is like stuck emotions. It is limiting beliefs. It is, past hurts that you're still holding on to. You get to look at those, reframe those, alchemize them, love those parts of you so that when you give that love to yourself, that's what alchemizing is, taking it from a lower vibration to a higher vibration, you become more love. When you become more love, you love yourself. That's when you can attract love into your life. So I also want to bring up one of my favorite things that Joe Dispenza says is that knowledge precedes your experience. You have to have the knowledge of something before you can really have the experience of something. And also knowledge gives you this really beautiful layer, I guess, or like depth of meaning behind what you do. It's like, okay, why do I need to turn on my energy? Why do I need to shift my energy? Why do I need to do these things? It's because I'm telling you here, because you have all the energy that you need. The reason behind it is that your energy is stuck and you get the opportunity to look at the parts of yourself that are stuck in past pain and hurt and limiting beliefs and be like, okay, I want to love this part of myself. I want to actually think about what's possible for me in love and relationship. And when you can take on this new perspective, this is when you can then start to experience something different in your life, because if nothing changes, nothing changes. And receiving a man in your life is all about who you are being. That's why there is that quote everywhere that is, you attract who you are being. But if you're not aware of who you are being and how your energy is created, well, then you're always going to be blocked and resisting the love that is available to you. So today we're talking all about what healing actually is. Do you need to heal? What it means to heal your feminine energy. So this is like a part 2 to the previous episode where I talked about like why energy is everything and why that is so necessary to meeting a man. But a lot of times too, we hear about healing, and healing is actually so simple. It's not actually like, oh, we're healing these parts of ourselves so that we no longer feel pain. That's just the first part of it. But we heal ourselves to, again, take this pain, this lower vibration, this thing that is holding us back from receiving the love that you desire. You're taking that, and healing means you are then transforming it into love, into pleasure, into joy. So healing is the journey of taking something that is painful or limiting you and allowing yourself to then transform it. So again, healing is not just to like, manage, past pain and things like that and forgive people. It's actually for you to hold and be more love and more joy. So again, healing is not just to manage past pain and to deal with, things that have happened in life. It is so that you can expand yourself into more love, more pleasure, more joy. It's expanding your capacity, because the more that you feel pain and grief or guilt or shame, the more love that is actually available to you. And I really realized that last year when I went through this period of grief of like, I was so grateful for the grief because I knew that it was expanding my level and availability to love and joy and pleasure. And oh my God, did I receive that in my relationship. Woo! We just had Valentine's Day, and so I'm just like on cloud 9 from all of the love that we shared. Even though it's a made-up holiday, it still is like such a fun reminder. Like once you're in relationship, not only do I totally think that like Valentine's Day first and foremost is about yourself and like loving yourself. And of course, if you're not with a partner, it's reminding yourself that the most important relationship to yourself is you and your relationship with who you are being. But then when you're with a partner, you also get this beautiful opportunity to celebrate how far you've come, to celebrate your relationship, to celebrate each other. And it's like, yes, we should be doing that on a daily basis, but this is just, I feel like Valentine's Day, since I was in a partnership for the first time this year, how long has it been? It's been, oh my God, it's been years. I haven't even thought about this. I'm trying to think. Yeah, since I was 30 years old. So it's been literally 5 years since I've had a partner on Valentine's Day. Wow. So this year was super fun to celebrate. And so I'm on this high of feeling like, oh my gosh, feeling so much love and joy. And all of that literally came from my ability in the past to feel this grief and this pain, and to look at those parts of myself and be like, to allow myself to, one, it's okay to feel that, but two, it's like, what is this really about? What's underneath that emotion? What are the patterns that I saw, from my mom? What are the beliefs that I have about myself that I'm feeling worthy about receiving a relationship? So again, when I could look at those parts of myself, as I have spoken about, like the grief from my relationship last year, when I was going through that and recognizing like, oh, wow, this is really about my own safety and security, and really, for me personally, pointed me to like, I'm creating all of this. Like, I don't need a man for anything. The man is a byproduct, a result of me. So there's no sense in putting my safety and security in a man, because it's within me. And when I actually put it within myself and I trust that that is enough, then the man can actually come into my life, the man that is going to provide a fulfilling and loving relationship. Because if we get together with a man before we give ourselves that, we can still find it within relationship, but it will be confusing because there's going to be this like void, and there's going to be also probably, at least it was that way for me, an attachment, or a sneaky attachment that you might not even know is there until the breakup comes. And that's okay, because then it's an opportunity to heal it, to break through as you're going through a breakup. So healing is not about fixing yourself. Healing is about changing your vibration that you are in control of. So I want you to feel empowered whenever you hear the word healing, or someone tells you that you need to heal. I want you to know that healing is actually about changing your energetic frequency, so that you're no longer holding on to something that is pulling you down, that is keeping you from the man, the love, and anything else that you want in life. That it is up to you to look at these parts of yourself, to love those parts of yourself. I feel like for so long, all I heard about healing was like, oh, it's just for me to love this part of myself and then everything will be good. No, it wasn't that. We got to still take the next step to then empower yourself, to make that the pain, the grief, the guilt, the shame, that's not the whole story. Okay, what is the story? So it's like, it's one thing to say like, yeah, this is not the whole story, and that you feel some relief there. So you kind of get halfway to healing, but then are you actually going to fully heal by rewriting the story so that you can live in the higher vibration that you are meant for? That is what it means to turn on your energy, to alchemize, and to allow yourself to raise your vibration. Because your desire for a man is meant for you, and you're just energetic shifts away from him. But when we grow up in this masculine society, we come into the world as love, but then we grow up in our society with our chosen parents. I believe that we choose our parents so that we are going to have to go through this journey to wake up and heal these parts of ourselves. And I'm so happy that I'm in this generation of healing these parts of ourselves, because now I get to be a conscious parent for my own children to come into this world. And oh my gosh, are we going to be breeding the next generation of children from such a loving place? And this is how we raise the frequency of the planet. Oh my gosh, we're a part of something that is so much bigger. But first, it starts with yourself. And when we think about, we hear a lot about, growing up in survival mode. And for sure, my parents were in survival mode and, tried to instill the best within me that they knew. And that's not their fault. That's just the level that they could give me as far as play it safe and, go to school, get a job, do the things, find a partner. But they didn't, I wasn't taught how to handle my emotions. And so I stuffed things down and I wouldn't fully express myself to the extent that I wanted to, whether it was something that I was wearing or what I was saying or, the type of career that I wanted to pursue, because I was taught to play it safe so that I could literally survive. It was like, you need to get a job, make money, save money, find a partner that you can build a life with, and do things within reason. And then that's all I knew that was available to me. And when I turned 30, I just decided that's not enough anymore. I was so stuck in survival mode. And when I think about the emotional scale, so we start, low emotions are, lower, further down, and higher vibrations or emotions are further up. And so survival mode is on the bottom half of the scale. Doubt, worry, shame, limitation, fear, the, sticking to what that's the known. That's all survival mode. And if also we think about the chakra system, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, so the first three chakras are allowing us those are our survival centers. Those need to be balanced and grounded for us to feel safe and secure in the world. So those take up most of our energy. So if we are stuck in survival mode, those energy centers are consuming all of our energy. And so then you have limited energy that can actually rise up into the heart and into your throat and into your third eye and above. So if when we're just stuck in survival mode, just, constantly, worrying and having all these doubts and how's this going to happen? And, I'm scared to do this. And we're just stuck in fear. We're never going to get out of that survival mode. But when we can look at, okay, where is the fear? Where are the doubts? Where are the worries? Where are they stopping me? Why, how am I behaving in these ways that are going along with these limited beliefs? Okay, what is it that I want to believe instead? What am I going to do instead? Because if I put myself out there, if I give someone my number, if I walk up to someone and start a conversation, I'm not going to die. I'm going to be okay. And it might feel, nerve-wracking, but you're going to grow through that experience to realize, oh, I'm still okay. I'm going to be okay. So the more and more that you put yourself out there, the more you actually expand, again, your capacity. So when you feel the fear, you expand your capacity for oh, I'm going to be okay. You literally start to regulate your nervous system, which then means that you're no longer stuck in survival mode. And the energy can flow up and out of your survival centers. Your energy is then flowing through your heart center, which is where you are actually creating love, especially for women. And our heart is an electromagnetic field. So the energy comes out of your heart and you expand your electromagnetic field. But if it's getting stuck in the first three chakras because of lower vibrational thoughts, emotions, beliefs, then you're not able to be literally as magnetic because the heart is your electromagnetic field. And so it's the same as, even a lot of times we say getting stuck in our head, but that doesn't mean your energy is in your head. That means you are overthinking your fears, your doubts, the things that are keeping you stuck in survival mode. So even though you're in your head, that doesn't mean your energy is actually flowing up there. It means that you are in your head, which is the known. And so to get out of the known, you actually feel in your body. And what do you feel? You feel the fear. You feel the doubt, the limitation. And then you say, okay, well, what am I going to do instead? You know how they say feel the fear and do it anyway? Because that's going to expand your capacity, because beyond the fear is the unknown. And the unknown is where you can create. You create something new. It's the place of possibility. It's also the place then where there's pleasure and there's play, because you're not sitting waiting on the other side of fear. You're expanding that capacity. You're feeling the fear. And on the other side is like, oh my gosh, everything is possible. Like I did the thing and I'm still okay. And oh my gosh, and then you get, ideas for things, and you start to receive the pleasure and the joy. And you're like, wow, I'm going to be okay. Like I can put myself out there and I can express myself in this way, and I'm not going to die. And sure, there might not be, 100%, joy and love and things on the other side, because, life always has some haters and things like that. But then it's up to you to be like, is that what I believe? Is that who I'm going to continue to be? And am I going to continue to be the person that believes in that limiting belief? Or am I going to literally get so high on my joy and my pleasure and my play, and am I going to stay in this place of, imagination where the creation is? And this is where your energy is flowing, and you're in this creator mode. You're literally thriving instead of surviving, worrying, waiting, scared to do anything, scared to move, scared to make a change, scared to even look at the parts of yourself that literally need healing so that your energy can actually move. So, tying this back to your desire for a man, you would not have the desire if it were not yours to receive. And another perspective that I just locked in today is that when you desire the man, you desire it because you don't have the man right now. And we desire things because we think we will feel good in having them. So the man then represents the love, the joy, the pleasure, the play, the adventure, security, comfort, peace, all of that. And so you literally want to become the version of yourself that allows that love, that pleasure, that play, joy, security, peace, all of it. So you become a different version of yourself, because that's why you have the desire anyway, is so that you can feel those things. And so in order to feel that experience with a man, then you become the woman who literally can receive the man, because you have new beliefs, because you have new ways of doing things based on new thoughts, beliefs, emotions. You're no longer thinking, oh, there's no good men out there. No, you're thinking every time I walk out of the house, what an opportunity to meet a man. Oh, maybe I'm going to make a new friend today, or maybe I'm going to meet someone, at a coffee shop. I'm going to have a great conversation with the barista. And it's not that I'm attracted to the barista, I'm hitting the barista. Maybe the barista knows someone amazing who would also match with my energy. It's things like that. It's constantly connecting, because through that connection, you are going to be guided. You're going to be guided. So the journey to the man is literally a journey that is going to allow you to alchemize your own resistance, to get rid of the resistance. The resistance is the doubt, the fear, the worry, all of that. And your journey to the man is going to bring all of those things up so that you can actually heal them, transform them, because you're meant to be a desire, or rather, you're meant to be a match for your desire. So when you're healing them, any fear, doubts, limitations, beliefs, things like that, when you're healing those, you are then becoming the energetic match for the man and the love that you desire. It gets to be that simple. You're not trying to fix yourself. There's nothing wrong with you. But there is a journey to becoming more of yourself, more of the frequency of your desire for love, more love. And it's loving yourself. And life is literally a self-love game. It's a self-love game. That's it. We're always becoming love. And so it's, again, building more awareness around who are you actually being in this now moment so that you can heal those parts of yourself that are keeping you from the love that you desire. Okay, my love. Again, just want to say you do not have to be fixed, but you have an opportunity to alchemize all the parts of yourself. Not all, not to perfection, but alchemize the parts of yourself that desire to receive love, but you're not receiving the love that you desire right now. And you'll receive the love when you become the energetic match. And this is the work that I do with my clients. We are always looking at whether or not a woman is actively dating or not. It doesn't matter, because you are always responding and reacting to life. And it is through that lens and that perspective that you allow yourself to become more love. So how you are being on a day-to-day basis is exactly how I help my clients transform their energy so that they can become a match to love. And that's it. It's simple. But again, it's this work that we have to constantly allow ourselves this opportunity to be a new version of ourselves. And sometimes that's not so easy when we can be very stuck in our ways, or we're also so used to looking at, the evidence of the 3D. The 3D is actually the past. It's already manifested. So when you're looking at, there's no good men out there, that's the past. So what if you want to experience something new, you have to believe something new. There's good men everywhere I go. I am so looking forward to meeting great men today. When you start believing that, you will start to then see it in your reality. And that is going to lead you on a path. That's like one step. That's like one way of being. Okay, my love. That's all I have for you today. Take this as the knowledge that you need before you fully experience the love that you desire. Integrate this. Listen to this multiple times, because healing is just about shifting your energy, and you are just a few energetic shifts away from the man that you desire. When you become a turned on woman, when you are fully living in your wholeness and your aliveness, in your body, in your mind, this is when you become the energetic match to love. Okay, well, I'm sending you so much love. I'll see you in the next episode.